Ricky Coogan, Brat Pack Sleazebag. Elijah C. Scuggs, Freak Show Tycoon, an amateur bioengineer.
I can look at a guy like Kevin Costner and see a giant peach grub.
When fate brought them together, Mr. Scuggs took an average Hollywood slime ball and made something out of him.
Have you ever got this moment where you saw a movie from back when you were a child and you don't remember that movie, but then through the the magic of the internet you get to find out that movie and be like, oh my god, it's that movie that I've seen so many years ago. Well, this happened to me recently with the 1993 movie Freaked. The guys from Red Letter Media released a video about this movie, and I was like, oh my god, I saw this movie like 20 or 25 years ago, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen it from so much time. And all that I could remember was that final scene with the big shoe and the mouth and the eyes, and I thought that it was like a horror movie. But now that I got to re-see it, it's like one of those absurd comedies. I really didn't know this about this movie, that it was like a comedy, one of those wacky comedies that that they have a joke every second. I describe this movie like one of those Zucker movies. If you guys ever seen Top Secret or the Naked Gun series, where there's a joke that happens every minute or every second. If there isn't a joke in the foreground, then there's a joke in the background. And this is the kind of comedy that Freaked is, and when I got to see it, I was like, oh my god, I never really got to see this movie from start to finish, and I'm so happy that I got to rediscover it, and it was so funny, and this movie is like I'd say what imagination was back in the 90s, and it's like a quintessential 90s movie, like the fashion and the jokes and the way it was filmed. This soundtrack isn't that much, but I've so the main character is played by Alex Winter, who is famous for the Bill and Ted series, and he's very funny in this movie. From what I knew about Alex Winter, I only knew him from Bill and Ted, and then he disappeared. And to see him in this movie, I was like, oh my god! And the movie is so imaginative and has so many side gags that I really don't want to ruin them for you. Other actors that were really funny in it is Dennis Quaid, who plays the main villain, was hilarious, and also Bobcat Goldthwait was very funny as the freak that has a hand for head. No, this movie was so fun. I really want to re-see it, especially with some friends, and joke around and have some jokes. From what I understood, there were some problems with it, so maybe with the filming of this movie, so maybe that's why it was like an hour and 20 minutes. That's a little sad. And but the special effects, the makeup is amazing. I really like these old school kind of special effects that were made before everything turned CGI. Um, yeah, I really recommend this movie. It's an 8 out of 10 for me.